Beneath the pale glow of the moon, three friends, Ethan, Liam, and Olivia, ventured into the depths of the ancient moonlit grove, where legends whispered of forgotten terrors lurking within its twisted embrace. Their footsteps echoed softly against the forest floor, the rustle of leaves and the sigh of the wind the only companions to their journey. Ethan, ever the thrill-seeker, led the way with an air of bravado, while Liam and Olivia exchanged nervous glances, their unease growing with each passing moment. As they delved deeper into the grove, the air grew heavy with anticipation, as though the very trees themselves watched their every move with silent curiosity. Shadows danced in the moonlight, their movements twisting and contorting with eerie grace, sending shivers down their spines. Suddenly, a low, guttural growl pierced the silence, freezing them in their tracks. Panic surged through their veins as they realized they were not alone. The creatures of the night had awoken, hungry for the blood of intruders. With hearts pounding in their chests, they fled deeper into the grove, pursued by unseen horrors that lurked in the darkness. Branches reached out like gnarled claws, grasping at their clothes as they raced through the moonlit labyrinth, their every breath a desperate plea for salvation. But just as it seemed all hope was lost, they stumbled upon a clearing bathed in silver light, where the spirits of the grove danced in silent reverence to the moon above. With trembling hands and racing hearts, they sought refuge within the circle of ancient stones, their breaths coming in ragged gasps as they waited for the dawn to break. As the first light of morning kissed the horizon, they emerged from the grove, their souls forever scarred by the horrors they had witnessed. Though they had escaped with their lives, they knew they would never truly be free from the shadows that lurked within the moonlit grove, their memories a haunting reminder of the darkness that dwelled within. Deep into the shadowed hours of the night, beneath the canopy of twisted branches, three friends, Jack, Robbie, and Josh, ventured forth into the darkness, seeking thrill in the unknown. As they trod along the dimly lit path, a heavy fog descended, shrouding their surroundings in a thick veil of uncertainty. Unease prickled at the back of their minds, but they pressed on, eager for the adrenaline rush promised by their nocturnal escapade. The forest seemed to come alive around them, each rustle of leaves and snap of twigs echoing like whispers of the unseen. Robbie, always the skeptic, brushed off their apprehensions with a nervous laugh, while Jack and Josh exchanged uneasy glances, silently acknowledging the growing tension. Suddenly, a chilling breeze swept through the trees, extinguishing their flashlights in an instant. Panic set in as darkness enveloped them, and they stumbled blindly through the murky depths of the forest, their heartbeats pounding in their ears like war drums. Amidst the suffocating darkness, they heard it, a soft, sinister whisper that seemed to emanate from the very shadows themselves. "Leave this place," it hissed, sending shivers down their spines. But they refused to yield to fear, clinging to each other as they pressed onward, determined to unravel the mystery that had ensnared them. Their path led them deeper into the heart of the forest, where the trees grew gnarled and twisted, like skeletal fingers clawing at the sky. It was there, in the heart of the darkness, that they stumbled upon an ancient cemetery, its crumbling headstones bearing silent witness to the passage of time. Dread gripped their hearts as they realized the gravity of their situation, for they had trespassed upon forbidden ground, awakening forces beyond their comprehension. As they turned to flee, a bone-chilling scream pierced the night, freezing them in their tracks. With mounting horror, they watched as spectral figures emerged from the shadows, their hollow eyes fixed upon the intruders with malevolent intent. Frantically, they raced through the labyrinth of graves, pursued by the relentless specters that hungered for their souls. Jack, Robbie, and Josh fought to keep their terror at bay, their every breath a desperate prayer for salvation. But as the first light of dawn broke through the darkness, they found themselves standing at the forest's edge, the spectral figures fading into mist behind them. With trembling hands and racing hearts, they vowed never to speak of their harrowing ordeal again, lest the horrors of that fateful night return to claim them once more. And so, the tale of Jack, Robbie, and Josh's true night walk horror story became whispered legend, a cautionary tale for those who dared to venture into the realm of the unknown. For in the heart of darkness, where fear reigns supreme, even the bravest souls may find themselves lost to the shadows forevermore. In the quiet town of Oakwood, nestled between dense forests and winding rivers, there existed a legend whispered among the locals, a tale of three friends who dared to venture into the woods at the stroke of midnight. Their names were Jack, Robbie, and Josh, inseparable since childhood, bound by their shared love for thrill and adventure. One moonless night, the trio found themselves gathered around a crackling bonfire, the warmth of the flames casting eerie shadows on their faces. Jack, the bold and daring leader of the group, suggested they embark on a night walk through the forbidden woods, where stories of unspeakable horrors lurked in the darkness. Robbie, the skeptic of the group, hesitated at first, his mind flooded with cautionary tales passed down through generations. Yet, the allure of the unknown proved too tempting to resist, and soon they found themselves trudging along a narrow path, shrouded in the suffocating embrace of the night. As they delved deeper into the heart of the forest, a sense of unease settled over them like a thick fog, each rustle of leaves and snap of twigs sending shivers down their spines. But Jack, ever the fearless explorer, pressed on, his bravado masking the gnawing fear that clawed at his insides. Suddenly, a bone-chilling howl pierced the silence, causing the trio to freeze in their tracks. Josh, the most superstitious of the group, paled beneath the moonlight, his eyes wide with terror as he whispered tales of a vengeful spirit that roamed the woods in search of lost souls. Ignoring the warning signs, Jack urged his friends to continue, convinced they were merely victims of their own imaginations. But as they ventured deeper into the heart of darkness, reality blurred with nightmare, and the line between truth and fiction began to unravel. Hours passed like agonizing eternity, the oppressive darkness swallowing them whole as they stumbled upon an ancient, dilapidated cabin hidden amidst the trees. With trepidation, they pushed open the creaking door, their hearts pounding in their chests as they stepped into the abyss of the unknown. Inside, they were greeted by a scene straight from their worst nightmares, a grotesque tableau of death and decay, the air thick with the stench of blood and rot. Panic clawed at their sanity as they realized they were not alone in the darkness. A malevolent presence lurked in the shadows, its eyes gleaming with hunger and malice. In a desperate bid for survival, the trio fled into the night, their screams echoing through the trees as they raced against time and fate. But as they stumbled out of the forest, their bodies battered and minds fractured, they realized the true horror of their folly. Their night walk had led them straight into the clutches of madness itself. And as the first light of dawn bathed the world in its gentle embrace, the town of Oakwood whispered the tale of three friends who dared to defy the darkness, only to become its most tragic victims. A cautionary tale for those who dare to tread the midnight path.